Welcome guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to clear a block drain using these drain rods. So first things first, new set. So before we actually get into the block drain itself, I just want to talk why it's best, if possible, to use a new set, or if they're yours and you know how long you've had them, what they've been used for, then you're good to go as well. It's just a bit risky if you borrow some off a friend, a neighbour, a relative maybe, or if you just find some in your garage. They might see this. It's quite bendy, it's got a lot of flex to it, so when that's down your pipe, that can manoeuvre around a little bit. You can obviously push it down and you'll see the bend. If you've just found these lying around and you don't know when they were last used, there's a chance either these ends here can come off or the actual rod itself can snap. If you're lucky enough, it will snap where you can reach it. If it snaps further down, you're just causing yourself a lot more trouble, unfortunately, and you're going to have to pay for someone to come dig that out. You don't want that. So moving forward, let's show you this drain. So here's the drain that we've got. As you can see, it's blocked. We've got water sat on the surface directly underneath the guttering, so heavy downpour, that's soon going to start coming away from the drain, and we're going to get build-ups like this, which we want to avoid, especially with this being in a car park. If possible, we want to avoid that. So first things first, we need to get that cover off and see if we can visibly see anything. If not, then we're going to go down with the rods themselves. So we've now got the cover off. As you can see, there's still water sat there. So what we're going to do now is attach the hook onto the end. Usually your set, if you buy it new, will come with one of these and also plunger. Both screw onto the end of your rods. Ideally, you're going with the hook first just to try and push anything out of the way or pull it out if possible, and then if needs be, you can go with the plunger after. So next tip, hopefully put your hook on, and we're going clockwise here, and as you can see now it's tight, and if we turn clockwise it's not going to come loose. So you want that same action when you're in the drain itself, because if you turn anti-clockwise, for example, you might think the end is turning and it isn't. So what you will end up with is this part stuck in your drain. Again, if that's quite far down, it's just going to cause all sorts of build-up getting trapped inside that. So if you're not too good with your clockwise and anti-clockwise, the way you tightened it is the way you carry on turning once you're down. So now we'll go down into the drain itself. We'll start with one stick at a time. As you can see, I've just got the one. There's nothing on the end of this yet. These are about 90 centimetres in length. We've got 10 of them, so we've got 9 metres to play with. I'm hoping we won't need that much. So let's have a look. Right, so here we go, guys. Just going to see how far down we go first. I'm going to give it a turn. Like I said, we're going to go clockwise, just to make sure the end doesn't come loose. As you can see already, we've scooped out a lot of leaves. Probably a good idea to bring a little bucket with you. So we've got something now. Here we go. More build up of leaves. So I'm hoping soon this water will start to clear. See some bubbles coming. Here we go. And if you twist it in the clockwise motion, you will feel it all getting clogged up, and you can tell when you pull it, it's quite stiff. Getting a bit less now, but the build-up's still there, so unfortunately it's probably gone round the bend. So that'll be the next part. Don't worry, I will tidy all this mess up once we're done. Probably advise that you wear gloves as well. Another little tip, just while we're watching, if you bought some from new, keep the plastic bag. If you cut it open neatly at the top, you can slide the rods back in. That way you've got somewhere nice and clean to keep them. What I'm going to do to help us out a little bit is attach the next rod, just so we're not having to bend down quite as much. These can only go in one way. Come to the end, you've got a threaded end that needs to go in. Again, clockwise. Make sure it's all the way to the end, nice and tight, and carry on in that same clockwise motion. If you heard a bit of banging around then, that's just the wall. But what I will say is, the more rod you put on, be extra careful if you're near any windows. With these having a bit of bend to them, they can easily whip back, and you do not want that hitting your window. Also added a glove in case we get anything we need to scoop off. Just be patient, don't force it, because the hardest bit now is to find that opening, because they're not always set right at the bottom. Sometimes they're a little bit raised up, so just have a feel around and then try and manoeuvre the pole itself once you find it. If you feel like you can't find the hole to the bend, you can give the plunger a quick go if you're not getting much more out. As you can see, we've scooped a lot out now, so we're going to put the plunger on and see if we can just force some of that water a little bit further down. Again, same direction, but you don't really need to twist the plunger, and be very careful with this, because water pressure, you do not want this shooting up all over you. So I suggest you either wrap up or just nice and gentle. You don't want that all over you. Okay. Give it a few pumps. And there we go, guys. I think we're about through. That's what you don't want to happen. I think I just about avoided that, but you do not want that, especially in your face. You really don't want it over your clothes either. There we go. And there we have it, guys. A lot of mess, but we have cleared it. Obviously now we'll hose this away. Ideally don't hose it back down your drain. If you can scoop some of it up, bag it up, I suggest you do that. So as you can see, a lot of mess. You can see the state of the plunger, of the hook, of the wall. Bit of advice is it'd be handy to either have a bucket of water with you or a hose pipe, so you can keep flushing clean water down. So what you can do, if it's not raining and you're doing this like today, it's quite nice weather, is you can always, like I say, bring your hose pipe, pump some clean water down, keep pushing that plunger, keep twisting the hook if you need to, but don't hose that back into your drain. If you can, scoop it away, wash it down a bit further along, just turn it on to water. Any big bits, bag them and bin it. There's no point washing that straight back down the drain, because it's going to clog up again. Hope this video has helped. Any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. Very quickly, I just wanted to add, I know I'd not mentioned where I got the rods from. They're from Screwfix. I think I paid about £20. I did click and collect, had them in about half an hour and about 10 minutes to get the job done, as you saw. I've filmed this on a tripod, which is here. That was £10 off Amazon. Just in case you guys have any of your own little projects you want to film, or you're just interested how I filmed it myself, and I'll try to record it through a little microphone. Obviously we're outside and sometimes the wind can affect the sound quality. I hope you can hear it okay. If not, hopefully you can just see enough from the video and that was enough guidance for you. But anyway, any questions, just pop in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.